folks, we got a good one today, Creep by Radiohead. There are only 4 chords in this song that we play over and over and over again. So the key is in the strumming and the technique. So stick around, I've got some really challenging technique picking for you later in this lesson. Don't miss it. We're going to go over the chords, some easy strumming, that cool, iconic chugga chugga riff. Then we're also going to do some advanced strumming and some picking or arpeggio sounds on the Loog. All right, let's dive right in with these 4 chords to this really epic rock ballad song. We have a G. You can play this G pretty much with any finger you want because of the transition to the next chord. I like to use my second finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. The next chord that we play is a B major. Now, we have our flashcards, and you can use the flashcards to find this shape. So I highly recommend use those Loog flashcards to help you get a better idea of how to play this chord. I like to use my 3rd and 4th finger on strings 3 and 2 on fret 4. And I'm going to take my 1st finger and I'm going to play the 1st string 2nd fret. So this is what musicians call a movable chord. It's a movable major shape. This shape is based off of an A. We're just moving up the neck and adding our 1st finger as if it's kind of the top of the guitar moving with us. So we need our 1st finger to keep moving up. B. The next chord is a C, and the reason we're using this shape is we're not going to play the normal C that we have played before. Here, you could, but it makes it a lot of work getting into the next chord, which is a C minor. So we're going to play that B, and then we're just going to go up 1 fret each, frets 5 and fret 3 for the 1st finger. And there's our major sound for the C. And then to play the minor, we're going to take our 4th finger off and we're going to use our 2nd finger to play the 4th fret on the 2nd string. It's got that cool kind of sad drop. So we go from a happy chord to kind of a sad chord. There's our C minor. And those are your 4 chords. Again, it's the G. Then we have our B major. Then we're going to play a C major. And then a C minor. And we're going to repeat that over and over again for the whole song. Now that we have our chords, let's get into the progression, the strumming. I'm going to go from easy strumming to more challenging strumming. Here's the easiest way to play this song. We're going to play our rock 8th notes. If you've been with us before, you're not a stranger to this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and all down strums. We're going to play a G. We're going to do 2 bars of each chord. Change to that B major. Then up to the C. Then the C minor. And that all just repeats. And you can do that the entire song and it sounds great. You can play quieter during the verse and then get really loud during the chorus. And it'll all sound really cool, especially if you're learning to sing along. So let's take it to the next level. Let's step up our strumming to make it have a little more edge to it, a little more of a rhythmic edge. Do you have a song that you love that's like Creep by Radiohead that you're like, I want to learn that on the Loog? Well, Drop it in the comments below. Let's engage as a community. Let me know what songs you want to learn. I am pulling from a bunch of songs that I love and other requests from private students and people online like yourselves. And I just want to know, what songs are you craving to learn on the Loog? So there's two ways to advance your strumming at this point. We can start to change the accent or the strong beat feel of that eighth note strum. So instead of just even eighth notes, we can put a little more accent on the backbeat, the second and the fourth beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So that's a nice step up from just straight even rock eighth note. Now that we've mastered the backbeat feel, let's create an even more advanced strumming pattern for this song. It'll go like this. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and a down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. The moment y'all been waiting for, that cool chugga, 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 ow, right? As we get into the chorus, I feel like Jack Black just now, just like trying to skadoosh my way into the song. Anyway, so there's this great, real crunchy metal sound that pops in out of nowhere after this very wonderful melodic verse that happens. It really strikes you out of nowhere. You're like, whoa, as we get into the chorus. And the counting of that can be really challenging. So let's break that down together. So the sounds that we're playing, I'm going to mute my strums. I'm going to, right? So you can kind of get that feel. I'm going to count for 2 full beats, 1 and 2 and I'm not going to strum at all. The first strum that we do is on the 3rd beat. Yeah, right there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the very first bar that we play, we're only playing on 3 down up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay. The second bar, we're gonna just count to 1 and a is the next strum up. So that's really fast. That comes up really fast. 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and. One more time. The second bar, I'm counting 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and then we're down into the downbeat of the chorus, and then we'd be strumming again. Let's try and put both of those pieces together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Let me know how this lesson's going. Are you having a good time? Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. We're here every Thursday with a new lesson. And I love bringing rock songs and other songs from different eras to the Loog to prove that the Loog is a real instrument and we can play real songs on it. Cool! We're almost done with this whole song. We've put together all of the chords. We've learned some basic strumming. We've learned some 2 advanced strumming methods with the backbeat and then the 16th note rhythm with the backbeat. And then we've just put in this chugga section, the chugga, 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 right? The last thing I want to show is the most advanced part. I mentioned at the beginning of this video that there's a really advanced picking part that we can do. And for the verse at the beginning of the song, or for most of the song if you would like, I wanted to show a kind of a very repeatable picking pattern that sounds a little bit like what's going on in the album. There's a lot more arpeggio method happening with the lead guitar player, but I wanted to kind of give a flavor of it if you're playing around with the song. Arpeggio, meaning picking notes in a chord throughout the chord, right? So it sounds something like this. Sorry. It sounds something like this. So notice I'm just holding the chord, but I'm picking single notes. That's what an arpeggio is. I'm going to pick and mimic the song by picking a low string and then backwards on my high string a few times. Let's take the G for example. I'm going to play the third string, and then I'm going to play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then I'm going to play 3, 2. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So there's that 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and again. But this time I'm just picking individual strings. So we're doing 1, 3, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. There you go. And then I change to the B. This is very advanced, and for all you Radiohead lovers out there who have a Loog or just wanting to challenge yourself, I definitely say this is a very, very advanced picking pattern, the arpeggio, especially if you're trying to sing along or if you're just playing for fun. But I think it really gives that haunting sound that the song has. I hope you had a great time. These options are available to you. If you want to learn more and do more with your Loog, I am available for private one-to-one lessons on Lesson Face. In fact, some of my community members from YouTube are now my private one-on-one students. I love it. I'm building a private lesson community as well as a community with you here on YouTube. It's so cool. Check out my link in the description. Get a free one-on-one lesson with me and take some lessons with me if you want to have more involved practice time together. I'd love that. All right, you're always welcome.